Okay, so in this video I just want to explain you the character that I'm running and um, what's his idea and how exactly does he work. So what we have here is Bringer of Rain, which item gives you the important one among the others is 20 to 30 physical damage. That 20 to 30 physical damage works pretty great with Phase Breaker because Phase Breaker is heavily dependent on numbers on stats like this added physical damage, flat row. Like on this ring 6 to 12, on this ring 9 to 15. My DPS is 3.4k. If I remove one of the rings, 2.9. If I remove the other one, 2.7. If I remove both, 2.2. And the helmet gives the rest of the damage. The face breaker works like this. It gives 998. This is the row that I have. More unarmed physical damage, which means that whatever numbers I have on my jewelry, it's multiplied by 10. I haven't finished the build yet. I need pretty much 80 levels so I can pick up this and this node, 3 more nodes. And when I pick these 3 nodes, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove this additional accuracy gem, and I'm gonna put a life leech gem, and then I'm gonna put this ring, this amulet, on the place of this one. However, I'm gonna talk about the current stage of the guy, how he works at the moment, and when I finish the build, and when I most probably try some stuff, I will make a video explaining everything that I've tried with this guy, because this amulet also would work perfectly with the build. So the build is Phase Breaker, which means that you need these unique gloves. The damage comes from flat physical roll on items like this ring. So the rings that you're looking for is ring with HP, preferably resistance, preferably attack speed, the most important stat, added physical damage. Number to number, the maximum roll that you can get is this 9 to 15. So I have 2 rings with HP and added physical damage. I'm using this amulet that used to be really popular. However, people stopped using it. It gives heavy physical leech, all resistance, reduces your HP with 25%. It's really important to notice that it's 25% reduced maximum life. It's not 25% less maximum life, which means that the 25% reduced maximum life equals to removing these passive nodes. It's 6 and 6, that's 12%, and another 10, that's 22%. So I have 22% life here, increased life. And what the amulet does is to make 25% reduced HP. So pretty much it removes these passive nodes here and 4 from this one. This is what it does. Yes, you lose HP. Yes, it is significant. I lose like 200 HP or so out of my 3.2k, so it is noticeable. However, the life leech that it gives is high, the all resistance is good, the 50 all attributes is good, and it makes me not use life leech support gem currently. When I level up a little bit more, I'm gonna swap life leech gem and swap this amulet. Anyway, let's continue with the other items. So the Bringer of Rain, it's amazing helmet because it gives added physical damage, which works perfectly with Phase Breaker. So what we have here is heavy armor and evasion rating. The other thing that it gives is chance to block. That's a really important stat um, of the item. However, you can't use chest piece, which means that if you have a chest with 2k armor and a helmet with like 1.2, 1.5k armor, you can have way more armor than with this helmet. But the other stats, added physical damage, which is unique. Also, it has inbuilt melee physical, faster attacks, and blind, which makes it with the 4 link here like 7 link, which is amazing. The next crucial piece of this build is the Aegis Aurora Shield. This Aegis Aurora Shield, the last line says, replenishing energy shield by 4% of your armor when you block, armor value. I have 6.2k armor, however, when I put determination it goes to nearly 10k. Let me put my auras here. So I got 9k armor, 9.2k. With this 9.2k armor, when I block, I replenish 4% of that, which is 380 or so energy shield. So when I block, I replenish this much energy shield. When I block again, I replenish this much energy shield. The idea is to have energy shield for at least a few blocks, like 3-4 blocks. Sadly, I have energy shield for less than 3 times blocking, because it's RNG. You can block, 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 and then you might miss attack, miss attack, miss attack. It's not like, you block an attack, you don't block an attack. You block an attack, you don't block an attack. That would be perfect. However, you need as high ES as possible, so you can, when you block attacks, your energy shield, when it's replenished, you have a resort to build. So when RNG decides that you are not going to block 5 attacks in a row, the energy shield is being depleted, but you are not getting onto your HP. I'm using Rainbow Striders because they're in generally good boots. They give all resistance, they give mana, they give spell block chance, and high ES. The high ES, this 200 ES equals when not 200, 150 ES equals to around 200 something ES, 200, let's say 40, because of the increased ES nodes. And the Meginord build is in generally really good build for Facebreaker, because it gives you really a lot of damage. At the moment I have 3.4k. If I remove it, 2.5k. Significant difference. And I explained the amulet that I'm using it about the because of the life leech, which makes me have one free slot. For the future, what I will try is, once I get Resolute Technique, because I don't have any crit chance, so Resolute Technique will really boost my damage. It will go from 3.3k to like 4k, and will free one of my slots. So when I remove this slot, I'll be able to put life leech here, remove this amulet, and put this one, or the anvil, and I can try other stuff. Sadly, I've been with super terrible RNG and I don't have any higher level maps. Oh, I have here 169. I'm gonna put that one just to show you guys how tanky this guy is. I've been leveling past yesterday and the other day with some guys on soccer, some viewers who were really kind and have been putting countless amount of maps so I can level as fast as possible. Damn, sadly the map turned out easy. Okay, should I chaos it or I shouldn't chaos it? Okay, I'll leave it like this. I'll show other footage of the character so you can see what kind of maps I've went through, and I didn't die. However, I went through only because I'm already on softcore, so I'm not pussing out. So the auras that I'm using is Purity because of the many uniques. First unique without resistance. Second unique with just 10 hour resistance. Rainbow Striders gladly do give resistance. Here you have 15 cold resistance. This is why I'm overcapped on cold resistance. Facebreaker without resistance, and this amulet do give resistance. However, when I swap the amulet for this one, I won't have resistance there, so I'm generally having heavy resistance issues, and this is why I have to pick up resistance nodes like this. So the build starts as a duelist, goes bottom from the physical damage, HP, the master of the arena, the armor here going bottom from the endurance charge. I have 6 endurance charge, 3 by default, this one and this one from the passive tree. I go bottom for, with the life leech in the HP, right, diamond skin, what is now diamond flesh, iron reflexes, which is really important to convert my bringer of frames 1k evasion rating into 1k armor, which equals to a lot of armor after determination and all the passives with armor. I want to run Grace as well, however I don't want to Blood Magic it, because it takes around 200 mana, and with Blood Magic Gem it will take 400 HP, which is just, a lot. I'm taking Elemental Adaptation, so I have 80 resistance currently, I have 81. after I get pure to 20 level. I'm going through here to top so I can take the shoot nodes so I can have as high block chance as possible. Sadly, it's not max block chance at the moment. Taking the HP, taking the amplify for area of effect, the body and soul, how are they called here? Mind and meta. ES armor node, so I increase my ES and increase my armor, which is the value that I'm gonna replenish when I block. Endurance charge, HP, the shield nodes, the resistance shield node. This one gives block chance for spells, armor ES, HP, HP. This is pretty much the build, no damage nodes except the starting position of the duelist. The character, most of the mobs cannot hurt him. I can AFK in this map, I can get more mobs and they won't be able to touch me. The DPS, especially after I played on softcore where there are a lot of people, you know, who don't care about reflect and usually discharge and kill everybody. However, when they see reflect, they die. So my divs, in my opinion, is enough, and it will get a lot better when I take Resolute Technique, and a lot better if I manage to remove the Blood Magic Gem, which I will do if I get Mana Leech on one of my rings. One of the biggest issues that the build has is desync. Cyclone in generally is desync ability. And the other thing that makes it even more desync for me is the fact that I want to use multi-strike. Without multi-strike, my attacks per second, okay, with it are 4.26. Without it, it's 2.09. It pretty much doubles my attack speed, and my DPS, you can see, goes from 2.2k to 3.3k, which is like almost 50% increased damage. So Mood Strike is a great support gem because of what it gives, 104% more melee attack speed, and Cyclone itself gives attack speed per level. So the 32% increase attack speed that Cyclone gives because of Mood Strike equals to 60% increase attack speed. A lot of people say don't use Multi Strike and whatnot. However, it's a great support gem. The issue is with the desync, which, you know, sadly is something that has to be fixed, but sadly most probably won't be anytime soon. The additional accuracy, as I said, will be removed. The Blood Magic I'm using because I don't have enough mana to cast it. With Blood Magic it requires 199 mana. Without the Blood Magic it requires a little bit less than 100. However, I respect out of these mana nodes, which give me also access to acceleration. If I want to remove the Blood Magic support gem, pretty much what I will have to do is to pick up the nodes again. So at the boss, I curse with vulnerability for the more physical damage. And this guy, usually, if you're not tanky, can be a really pain in the ass because he really hits hard. However, because of the blind, he misses most of the attacks. Let's see if he can hurt me. Okay, he can hurt me. Even though he can barely hurt me, depending on my RNG though. Let me use one potion so I don't die. Yeah, most of the times he's just replenishing my ES. And DPS wise, I'm getting him down pretty quickly. Having in mind that I'm constantly desynced. A lot of fun character to play, especially on softcore. Haven't played on softcore for quite some time, and having the ability to see a pack of mobs and I'm like, okay, you know, I'll just run into it and smash it without actually, you know, being careful and being worried about dying, makes playing this character so much fun. So If you're playing on softcore, I highly recommend you to play this guy. However, I started him on hardcore. I finished rushing myself. I haven't been crushed. I finished the game with this guy, and I haven't had that many characters that while leveling are strong enough to go through Merciless Turkru without any issues. This guy was one of them. I killed Piety, so and the way that I died was killing Piety a second time. I might upload the clip how I died. Pretty much I got super unlucky and I was with not cap the resistance. Got super unlucky I say because what happened was that Piety, we start the fight, Piety throws one lightning bow towards me, lightning warps on top of me, which you know I'm like okay cool, let's whirlwind on top of it, on top of her, and then she puts a second lightning warp, and two lightning warps stacked, and you know she cast the usual lightning storm, and she just pretty much killed me exactly in 1 second. But it was totally my fault because I was at around 50-60 resistance on lightning. And I was without endurance charges. I was casting the endurance cry, however, because of she being away, it didn't trigger, so I lost my endurance charges exactly before she did that heavy lightning damage. So this is the performance of the guy. He's really tanky, regardless of the low total efficient HP pool of only 4k. This 4k equals to a lot more, having in mind that he constantly first life leeches, and secondly replenish his energy shield because of the Aegis Aurora. Okay guys, this is about this video. If you like the build, try it. I assure you it is hardcore viable. I ripped the character because you know this is what I do. And yes, it's a lot of fun. One of the few things that heavily counter the build are the first issue that I had was that guy in Marketplace, the statue guy, the statue boss guy that has Tempest Shield. Oh my god! If he gets good RNG to block my attacks, because I was attacking back then with 5 attacks per second, because I had more attack speed from here, and I was still not with Bringer of Rain, but with attack speed gem. Anyway, he destroyed me. The other thing that destroys you is lightning storms. So you just have to be really careful about around this stuff. Hopefully, when I put this amulet, which will give me a good spell block chance, lightning storms won't be an issue, because from what I know, I should be able to block the lightning storms damage. Because it's a spell, regardless if it's triggered when I hit a target. So if I block half of the lightning torch, I'm gonna replenish my energy shield, therefore I won't die. Okay guys, this is it about this video. See you in the next one.